Sorry about that, guys. My connection with what I was using wasn't stable, so I had to do another connection. Pretty fire! Pretty fire! I love it. I love that they say their commands. You defeat extra damage. You dealt extra damage by performing a rear attack. Rear. Hello, Drake. How are you? Oh, you're loving the game so far? Woohoo! That's exciting. It doesn't seem to have taken much damage. Is this enemy too powerful to defeat? Ooh. What are we gonna do? Okay, now what? Creepy. Why I oughta? No! We'll go get some sleep, bro. I understand. I won't let you harm these children any more than you already have. If we could just get to that place. Why is my connection unstable? Hey, Miyuki. I'm okay. Go ahead for that. Head for that light. Run, Haru. Get out of here. No way. I'm not leaving you behind. What are you doing? Go on, hurry. Is the stream more stable now, guys? It's no good. I can't hold them back anymore. Look out! Oh, what the hell? It's sucking me in! If anything happens to you, I'd... You have to get back safe on your own, somehow. Oh, Rick! He's saying sister. That's what Oni-chan. Miyuki! I gotta save her, but I can't. Miyuki! Wait for me. I'll rescue you, Miyuki. No matter what. Okay, it looks like the stream's more stable. Sorry about the little technical difficulties first thing. Prologue. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, this is beautiful. Morning. You get any sleep last night? How about that? Quick. Okay, you guys gonna have to read this. This is gonna go way too fast. Yeah, that's what I read on the thing. Excuse me. Oh, they're brother and sister? That's awesome.
Yuki? んじゃ女子に嫌われるよ。
うっせえな。
続いてニュースです。今朝5時頃、カノベ市で震度3の地震がありました。
これここじゃない？
落石事故が起きており、警察や消防では地域に警戒を促しています。
Oh wow.
ここは一体。
Uh-oh. Holy balls.
群発する地震により土砂災害の危険がありますので、引き続きカノベ市近隣にお住まいの方。
おいおい、見学先の安全性とか大丈夫なのかよ。
よし、みんなそろそろ出発の時間だ。
引率の OB の言うことをよく聞くように。
遊びに来たんじゃないんだぞ。時間厳守で行動すること。てれ。
Uh-huh. There's our one main protagonist. What's up? Oh, snap. There's the boy.
たくま？ああ、なんでもない。
Wow.
この世界見たまの子はね響きけり。
Oh, wow. That is a bright light. Holy crap. So far, really loving the anime feel of this. So this is camp, huh? Oh, cool. I say camp, but we're holed up in an abandoned school in the mountains here. Leave it to us to spend our school break going to another school. Not that this school is anything like the one we usually go to. The art is very beautiful.
今日は史跡巡りだっけ？あんま面白くなさそうだよな。
What's up, Takema? Today we're checking out the crusty old landmark. Sounds lame.
ミノル、まあそう言うなよ。僕も同感だけど。
Come on, don't say that, Miru. Not like I disagree, but still. Minoru. That's his name, Minoru.
こら二人ともそんなこと言ってはダメよ。遊びに来たんじゃないって言われたでしょ。
Hey, you two. Don't talk like that. I told you. We weren't here for fun and games. I'm gonna try to keep their voices the same if I remember how I'm doing them. Hi, Blue! Hey, friend, was about to ask you how you find Digimon Survive, but I can see how far you are so far. Hope you're well. We'll be lurking. Yes, we just started this morning. I held off until we could start streaming. Jump in and out throughout the day, Blue. We'll be live for the most part of it. Thanks for the lurk, my friend. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the shout out for Blue. Thank you, honey.
はーい、葵さんごめんなさい。
Oh, yes. So sorry, Your Highness.
もうまたそうやってふざけて。
Again, with that kind of talk. My copy arrived yesterday, so I'm a bit further in. That's good. I'm glad you got it. That knucklehead over there is Minoru, and the girl lecturing him is Aoi. I don't talk to him much at school. Aoi's cool. She came here from a different school. We got to know each other more here at camp. That's mostly thanks to Minoru. The three of us ended up doing our extracurricular activities together. Okay. As you play the game, you will occasionally be asked to make choices. You will have 2 or 4 options to choose from. Yeah. Your decision will affect your affinity with the different characters and influence the story. Your affinity with other characters influence the battle backup they give during combat. Sweet. With different results if you treat everyone equally as opposed to focusing on one person. You can check your affinity from the main menu, so don't forget to keep an eye on them.
葵さん、今日ってどういうコースになるんだっけ？まず桜並木だよね。
Yeah, I think I would pick Aoi here too. What's today's route, Aoi? We're starting at the cherry blossom trees, right?
今日はそれとここ、それにここもかしら。
So the word for today is
ミノルくん
Doa.
はキャンプの趣旨ちゃんと分かってます？
Today we're going here, and then I think over there, or here. And do you know why, Minoru?
ああ、この土地に伝わる伝承とか土着信仰とか
Something
な
about
んか独自なものがあって面白いんだってね。
something about local legend or religion, right? They say there's something weird. There's some weird stuff.
まあ、俺にはそこまで面白くはないけどな。いいんですよ。野山でのびのび羽を伸ばせればさ。
Not that it matters to me. I'm just here for fun in the sun.
もうたくまくんだけが頼りよ。ミノルくんの舵を取ってくださいね。
You're the only one I can rely on, Takuma. Keep an eye on him, would you?
いや、
Takuma.
僕も
Sorry,
ミノルの
Takuma.
保護者ってわけじゃないし。
It's a negative. I'm not Minoru's babysitter over here.
ああ、
Oh, wow! Oh, he's kind of meh.
どうしたんだ？
What is it? Looks like Minoru's noticed something on his phone.
ほら、まただよ。また落石事故のニュース。
Check it out. There's another story about a rock slide. That's several days in a row now. I hope it doesn't mean an earthquake's coming.
いや、それもだけどさ、ちゃんと見てよ。これ今日見学に行くところの近所だよ。
Not just that. But look here. Isn't this close to where we're supposed to go today?
あら、本当だわ。今日の予定は大丈夫なのかしら。
Wait, really? I wonder if our plans for the day are still on. You can feel the tension in the air around here. Someone must have shared the news.
はい、皆さん落ち着いて。
Here's the
大
Joe
丈
of
夫
the
で
group.
す。大丈夫ですから。
All right, everyone, calm down. Everything's going to be just fine.
何か問題がある際には先生からちゃんと指示がありますから落ち着いてください。
All the teachers hear clear instructions for dealing with any emergency. Shuji is an alumnus of Aoi School, so he came to help chaperone.
安全確保に関しては先生方や保護者の皆さんでちゃんとやってくれているはずだし大丈夫だから。
The teachers and chaperones are ensuring our safety, so there's nothing to worry about.
本日の目的地の史跡へさあ向かいましょう。
Fear not, fellow students. Our designation is the historical landmark. Off we go!
ああ、まだやってるよ。修二さんも真面目すぎるんだよね。
There he goes at it again. That Shuji is too straight-laced for his own good.
2つも年上の高校生に失礼なこと言わないの？
Is that any way to talk about someone 2 years older than you?
はーい、葵さん。
No wonder you don't like him, bro. Right you are, my little Aoi.
ミノルくんは私が上級生ってことも忘れてはいないかしら。
And do I have to remind you, Minoru, that I'm actually a grade above yours?
葵さんも俺が下級生ってこと忘れてない？
I mean, shouldn't you act like it then, or something? Does he have a crush on her? I feel like,
もっ
you
と
know,
さ
he's being a dick.
こうこらーって
He
さ
might like her.
上級生活吹かせて叱ったりしてみようぜ。
You should be more of a neg, like, I told you to knock that off.
そんなの私にできるわけがないでしょ。さあ、私たちも行きましょうね。たくまくんも。
Does that sound like something I would say? Let's go before we're left behind, Takuma.
そうだな。行こうぜ、たくま。
Yeah, come on, Takuma. Let's hit it. I see there's gonna be a lot of reading. That's okay. It's a visual novel. I should have expected it. Of course. So pretty! Look at the sakura bush trees. Oh wow, the cherry blossoms are in full bloom. Everyone stopped on the way to the landmark to take in the flowers.
いやー、春って感じだよね。
Man, is this spring or is this spring amirite?
本当ね。
Uh,
自然が豊かな場所だからかしら。なおさら綺麗に見えるわ。
right, maybe the ambiance of nature here brings out the beauty of these blossoms. Okay, hang on. For some reason, my chat went. Okay, there we go. Okay. Alright, so we got... Can we take a breather? I'm glad we came here. I'm glad we came here. I like that one.
キャンプに来てよかったな。この先の史跡も楽しみになってきたよ。
Amirite is, am I right? Spelled... Oh! Okay, well, I'm too old for that. I guess. I'm glad we came to this camp. Makes me look forward to the historical landmark ahead.
本当ね。なんだか私もワクワクしてきたわ。
Indeed, I find myself brimming with a sort of excitement.
ま、ちょっとは面白いもんが見れそうかな。
If you put it that way, it sounds like we've got some fun ahead of us.
あんなとこにサキとリョウがいるぜ。
Oh, looks like Saki and Ro beat us to the punch.
先に史跡へ向かっていたのね。
Oh, hang on. Someone's texting me. Sorry about that, guys. They did go on ahead of us after all. The guy shooting daggers at everyone is Ro, an older kid from another school. The girl who's all smiles there is Saki. Her looks are famous in the grade below ours. They must be here to enjoy the cherry blossoms too. Then again, I could be wrong in Ro's case.
わあ、綺麗。満開だね。
Oh wow! Look how beautiful it is. The flowers are so pretty.
ち、
満開の桜を前にして舌打ちって人としてどうかしてるって。
What kind of person gets all grumpy in front of a bunch of blossoming cherry blossoms?
まったく、こんなにもうららかな校外学習日和だってのにさ。
Oh man, talk about a waste. Gorgeous weather, and we're getting extracurricular nonsense.
そんな日和聞いたことねえよ。
What does one have to do with the other? I thought as much. We're not in any real rush. Might as well look around here some more. So it looks like our main protagonist brings us through the story. As you play the game, you will be presented with choices of where to go or who to talk to. They try triggering one of the students walking along the tree line path in the targeting distance. Hang on. You can also switch between targets. Try switching between targets, of course. Once you select a target, press X to move to the next step. Who you talk to and in what order may advance the story. You can target more than just characters, so keep an eye out for unexpected discoveries. Ooh. Okay. Dream. If I listen closely, I could hear the sound of a babbling brook. You never hear something like that in the city. It's sort of comforting. Cherry trees line the path are all in full bloom with gorgeous petals fluttering down. Sorry. There you go. I'd love to just sit here and gaze at them for a while. Targets that lead to important story conversations will mark with an exclamation mark. All right. So keep that in mind when deciding what to do next. The flowers are certainly beautiful in full bloom. Yeah, that and the weather makes you want to sit down and take a load off for a while. Now that won't do. We have to stick to our designated course. I hope I don't lose my voice. I'm sorry, guys. Aye, aye, ma'am. Hey, Takuma. Did you know that the leaves of the cherry blossom are poisonous? That's why you never see any weeds growing underneath them. Huh, is that right? Wait, don't people eat these sometimes? Well, sure. They're fine if you pickle them first. Really? Huh, you sure know some weird things, man. Oh, I'm so tired. This camp is weak. Yeah, total weak sauce. Oh, well, at least we get a few bars out here. We could kill a little time with that. For real? I can't even get a signal in the school building. Man, what a hunk of junk you're lugging around. Oh, wow. Take in nature, you dumbasses. Jeez. What crawled up your backside and died? Search me. Let me guess, Shuji and the teachers gave you flack for your cheerful disposition. You don't know what you're talking about. Sure. Whatever you say. Come on, it's time to go. All right. Already. Okay, did that one wrong, but sure. And anyway, how long do you plan on following me around? What do you expect? Who knows what you'd do if I take my eyes off you, Ro? So you're my supervisor now? Clearly you're not the type to be left to your own devices. Oh, just shut up. Morning, Deej. How are you? Now, is that any way to talk to a cute girl like me? Saki's heading for the landmark, chasing Ro as he continues belly aching. Oh, I love the character so far. Good. Taking Ichigo to the vet in a few hours for his annual checkup. Gonna see if there's anything else. Those two get along way better than I figured they would. More like Saki can get along with anyone. That Ro is a real pain too, but she must be some kind of saint. Now, is that any way to speak about him? All of us need to work together. I never heard anything come out of his mouth that wasn't a complaint about something. Oh, does it? Oh crap! I meant. You know, I hit the wrong thing. Let's just fix that. Sorry guys, 1 second. Alright, I fixed it. I I fixed it! I can kind of relate, to be honest. It's like looking at how I used to be. Kind of embarrassing. You sure he's older? Your past self. Is that something a middle schooler is supposed to say? Then again, I suppose an adolescent boy would say such a thing. Zaki's the exact opposite. The way she comes to you head on makes her seem more grown up. We only just met her at camp, but she acts like we were all best buds from square one. I think you resemble her in that regard, Minoru? Yeah, he's the one who broke the ice with us after all. Indeed. Head on, as you would say. Geez, guys, knock it off with the compliments. My ego can only take so much. That wasn't a compliment. Ma'am, is it? Finally, some good manners. Hey, Velcos, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Yay, Velcos is here. Oh, sure, that's what I was going for. Man, I wish she'd back off a bit, you know. Read the room a little, so to speak. I suppose it depends on how you look at it. She could be outspoken at times, to be sure. But she's also cheerful, cute, and quite amicable. The sort of honesty you sense from her, I quite like it. Doing well, leaving for work in an hour. How many hours are you doing today? So my schedule today is 8 to 12, 1 to 5, and 7 to 10, if I can. So just join in when you can, Belkos. Hopefully you have a good day at work. Whoa, where did all that come from? She just seems a bit radiant, don't you think? I see. Still, she's got a bit overboard. A big sister like me has to look out for her. Would you look at these flowers? How wonderful! Absolutely, I'll at the very least be leaving a lurk, of course. Well, thank you, Velcos. I totally appreciate it.
葵さん知ってる？桜の木の下にはね、死体が。
Hey, did you know, Aoi, that they say there's a dead body under every sakura blossom tree? As if, come on.
そういう話は今はいいから。
I don't want to hear about that right now.
それより私たちもそろそろ史跡の方へ向かいましょう。
I'd rather we head towards the historical landmark if we could.
みんなが向かった方はなんか山道じゃない？大変そうだな。
Everyone went up this way. Looked pretty rocky up that path, huh? What a pain. It was a normal conversation on a normal day with friends. Well, normal other than the camping part. Alright. We established. At least that's what I thought. Can you lure him in with treats? I know Mittens is horrible to get in the carrier, but Renault is really easy. She loves the carrier. We cleared the tree line path, and when we headed up the trail...
あれ？あんなところに。
Oh, look at that.
え？なんでパトカーが？
Why is there a police car here?
参ったな。どうやらここから先は封鎖されているようだ。
Oh no, it looks like the road is blocked off from here.
ああ、本当だ。立ち入り禁止のテープも貼ってあるわ。
You're right, there's a lot of tape that says keep out.
もしかしてミノルが言ってた落石事故とかと関係あるのかな？
Just grab him and put him in, put the carrier up so that the top of the carrier is right here. And then you just take him and you hold his paws so he doesn't scratch you and like where his head is and just dunk him in. That's what we have to do with Mittens. or else she tears the shnikey out of you. Maybe it's related to the rock slide Minoru was talking about.
だったらやっぱ心配してた通りじゃん。何が大丈夫ですからだよ。なあ、たくま。
Oh man, did I call it or did I call it? Just find my ass, right, Takuma? Takuma? Ugh.
困ったわね。
Yeah, sleep with
史跡まで
mittens.
行くにはここを通らないと。
Oh dear, this poses a problem. There's only one path to the landmark through here. Do you not clip his nails, DJ?
何の史跡だっけ？
That landmark. What was its deal again?
だ
Like,
からどうしてミノルくんは予習してないの？ほら、獣神にまつわる祭事の跡地の。
this is why I told you to review the site of the ritual related to the Kemonogami.
その獣神ってのが俺にはピンとこねえんだけどな。
Those Kemonogami things don't really ring a bell. What? You mean the beast gods?
仕方がないわ。ここはひとまず引き返すしかないのかしら。
Nothing we can do about it. Our only option is to head back for now.
引き返す前に何があったのか、あそこで話を聞いてみようぜ。
We've come all this way. Might as well get the lowdown on what went down here. Let's see what the people gathered in front of the police car have to say. Oh, I like there's a little Agumon when it's saving. That's adorable. Maybe I should ask the police officer what's going on here. Okay, we'll do that last. Oh dear me, I can't tend to my fields. A landslide, how frightening. Nothing but strange things happen around here in these parts. I'm not doing anything. You got that right. This keeps up all the old timers are... Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys read this. Why is it auto-playing? Excuse me, did something happen here? There was a landslide up ahead, around dawn, so the road's been sealed off. Oh, that must be the one we read about online earlier. Really? Oh, hang on. Hang on, let's investigate. The letters are so faded, I can't make out what the sign is supposed to say. It must be really old. Okay. Hold up. What? You say there was an accident? Dang, man. I ain't never seen anything like this before. What do you think? Should we just bust on in there, grab a video for some views? Oh my goodness, what is with these kids? Whoa, hold up, man. They'll get pissed at us for sure. What's his face? Shuji said he'd go and ask the teachers about it, you know? Total disrespect. That closed road sign up ahead here by the police doesn't offer any details. The people around here say that a landslide happened up the road. Seeing it with my own eyes, it's more impressive than I'd imagined. Pretty cool. It's not like I wanted to become a cop, but I'd like to try riding in one sometime. A cop car sometime? Not riding in a cop. Like, structure your language. You want to ride in a cop, eh? You mean a cop car? Sorry, I found that funny. Oh dear, we can't proceed with things like this. Yeesh. So much for exploring the great outdoors. Guess camping is cancelled. I don't know about all that. Still, perhaps we should turn back for now. The tape says keep out. Who knows what's going on past here? Feels kind of surreal to me. Maybe I've watched too many crime shows. Okay. Oh, landslide. Really, Rails man? Think the guys that went ahead of us are okay? No childish jeeps. I suppose you wouldn't be so callous as to joke at a time like this. Of course, even I know when to watch my mouth. Sometimes. Maybe. Okay. The area ahead is off limits. Well, I knew that. Seems we can't get through here. What's the plan? Should we head back for now? That's what they keep saying. No way. Don't talk out of your ass or you'll regret it. Huh? I could hear someone kicking up a fuss. Guess who it is?
Are? あんなところに亮とサキだぜ。
Hey, look, that's Ro and Saki over there. Aww?
先に行ったと思ったら、あんなところで寄り道してたのか。
I know they went ahead of us. I guess they took the long way around.
それよりあの女の子は誰かしら？
More importantly, who's that girl, I wonder?
良いか？よろしいかな？この落石事故は獣神様のたたりなのじゃ。
Okay, you listening? These rock slides are retribution from the kimono gummy.
たたりって今時？
Retribution in these day and age?
くだらね。
Give me a break.
そう無遠慮で態度の悪いよそ者たちが来て山を荒らし獣神様はお怒りじゃ。
Yes, when disrespectful outsiders come cause trouble on the mountain, they get mad.
この神聖なる山は獣神様を祀った社のある獣聖域。
This holy mountain is the Kimonorium, a sacred shrine to the Kimonogami.
ういそれと足を踏み入れて良い場所ではありませんのじゃ。
So this game does not have English voices. No, it's just like Cyber Sleuth, and it's got Japanese voices with English subtitles. It's just a cheaper way for them to do it, and it's easier localization for them to do that. This is no place for someone to just wander around.
何が獣聖域だよ、バカバカしい。
The heck's a Kimonorium.
大方、わけのわかんねえ石とか、木彫りの熊みてえなの拝んでるだけだろ。
I bet it's some weird rock or bear carving. They worship that stuff in the boonies.
りょうったらちっちゃい女の子には強気に出ちゃって。
Excuse me. Chill out, Ro. She's just a kid. You don't have to get so nasty with her.
ちげえよ。
Nasty? I was just...
田舎もんって失礼だな。
The boonies who say how rude.
この辺りにはねちゃんと立派なお社があるの。
This is the site of a glorious shrine.
新しく建てられたまがいものじゃなくて地元の人しか知らない由緒ある本物の神社がね。
Not some new imitation, but a historic, legendary shrine known only to the locals.
神社って普通は古事記に載ってるような神様が祀ってあるんじゃないの？
A shrine? You mean like the ones supposed to have ancient gods? Hi, Static. Welcome in. Good morning. I'm working in a meeting. Can't hear you, but wanted to say hello. Hello. Hola.
それかお稲荷様とかそんなのかな。
I've read about those before. Gods of the harvest or fertility. Things like that.
違う地元の人しか知らないような不思議な獣の神様なの。
Nah, these are different. These are ancient beast gods known only to the locals.
うちもさこっち来てから初めて知ったんだよ。 見たこともないような神様でさ。
I've known all about these gods ever since I came here.
んなもん本当にあるのか？
Sounds like a fairy tale to me.
ありますとも。
It isn't. They're real.
ねえ あなたのお名前は？
名前は? Oh, what's your name, kid?
お姉ちゃんは？
It's Mew. What's your name?
私はサキ。それでこっちの態度悪いのがりょう。
I'm Saki, and this guy with the dude is real.
ねえねえみゆちゃん、その地元の人しか知らない神社案内してくれるかな？
So Mew, do you think you could take us to the hidden shrine you're talking about?
そりゃいいけど。
Take you, I guess so.
なんだ物好きだな。そんなもんあるわけねえだろ。
Curious, huh? You don't really believe in this stuff, do you?
あるって。
Telling you it's real.
だってほら、見学の予定なくなっちゃったし、暇だしさ。
Yeah, I know they're using young people speech, and I'm 37. It's hard for me. It's really hard. I gotta get all hip with the youngins. Why not? Our trip's been canceled. It's not like we don't have the time.
戻ってもどうせ穴埋めの教材学習でしょ？
いや
ほらってあれ苦手じゃない。
All we have waiting for us back at camp is some busy work, right? You hate that stuff.
りょうもさ、ついでに見に行かない？
Okay. Are you seriously telling me you're not even a teeny bit interested in all this? We gotta stay hip, fan. I'm losing track of the times. I know, right? I'm feeling so old. I'm waiting for my beautiful gray hairs to come in. I'm gonna be a sexy silver foxette.
くったらねえな。
I still say this is stupid.
くだらなくなんてない。
It's not stupid.
そうかいそうかい。おいガキ。
Yeah, whatever you say, kid. Just an FYI, I've been playing and the intro is long, mostly voice acting, but some not. It is an interesting story so far. Yeah, I kind of figured it'd be a long intro. Damn youngins! Need to stop making up new words and learn how to use the ones we've already existed properly first. LOL. Oh, bro, you got it. You got it. It's not kid, it's Mew.
だったらそこ案内しなよ。嘘だったら承知しねえぞ。
Well, lead the way, Mew. I'm not gonna be happy if you're messing with us. Got it?
史跡の代わりの校外学習になるわけもないでしょうに。さっきだったら。
I guess they're off to get some extra credit somewhere. That's Saki for you.
いや、そういう殊勝な目的じゃないと思いますよ。
Something tells me they're not up to something so commendable.
だいたい何の神社かもわからないのよ。勝手に言っていいわけないわ。
They don't even know what kind of temple it is, so do they? Entry may be prohibited.
わからないの？
You've never heard of it, Aoi?
少なくとも地図には載ってないわね。
I don't see anything like it on my map.
本当に地元の人しか知らない神社なのか、それともあの子の作り話なのか。
Could there really be a hidden shrine? Or is it just some kid's imagination?
なあ、タクマ、どうする？
What do you think, Takuma? Let's stop them. Let them have fun. Sounds. Ooh. I think it would sound fun. Let's join them.
面白そうだな。
Sounds
さ
like
き
a
たち
good
につ
time.
いていっていいかな。
Let's follow them. Aha!
そう
Of
そう
course I would
俺
lead
もそう
them.
思ってた。おーい、そこの女の子。
Yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. Hey, you guys!
ちうっぜえのが来やがって。
Oh, great. Just what we needed.
獣神様の神社？面白そうだね。俺たちもついてっていい？
The shrine of the I'm gonna try this better. Kimonogami sounds fun. Can we go with you?
いいよ。人数多い方が楽しいし。
Sure. The more the merrier.
ありがとう。よろしくね。
Yoroshiku-ne. Thanks. Nice to meet you. I wonder why I'm still learning my why they do certain words in a certain way. Yoroshiku ne. Use the yoroshiku ne instead of the yoroshiku.
こちらこ
I'll
そよ
learn
ろ
it.
しく。
We'll be good. You too.
つうか何こっちの話立ち聞きしてんだよ。
Sounds like we have a couple of eavesdroppers.
お前らは仲良しグループで真面目に課外学習をやってろよ。
Why don't you and your merry band of bozos go back to your school trip?
さあ行くぞミュウ。
Let's get a move on, Miu.
まあまあ、そう言わないで。
Come on, don't be like that.
もう、
Jeez.
酔ったらめんどくさい性格してんだから。
Jeez, Rio, that attitude of yours needs some work.
ごめんね、ミノル、タクマ、アオイちゃん。
Sorry about that, you guys.
ねえ、待ってよ、りょう。みゆちゃ
Rio, you and Miu, wait up.
ああ、行っちゃった。
And there they go again.
とにかく僕たちは次にどこに行けばいいか誰かの指示があるまで待と
Wait,
う。
I thought we were gonna follow them. For now, we better wait here for someone to tell us where to go next. But we were gonna follow them.
それかこのまま校舎まで引き返すか。
That or head back to the. What was the point of that conversation of us saying that we were gonna follow them, and now I'm just gonna stay here and wait?
それはそれで面倒なんだけどな。
Gotta admit, that sounds like a pain.
ん。それよりも何があるかわからないし、やっぱりサキさんたちを追いかけないと。
Yeah, there you go. Now she agrees with me. More importantly, we have no idea what might happen. We should chase after those three.
そうだね。あと追いかけよう。
Yeah, let's follow them. Okay, let's go. Pursuing Saki, Ryu, and the little kid Miu, we ended up at a tunnel. Not a soul to be seen around us, and no other paths. Did they head through here?
なんだか暗くて薄気味悪いトンネルだな。
Look at this dark, creepy little murder tunnel.
ああ。それになんだかここだけ気温が低いような。
Tell me
背
about it.
筋が震えるっていうか。
Does it feel colder around here to you? Makes my skin crawl.
ちょっと、変なこと言うのはやめて。
Would you two refrain from such absurd talk?
まさか心霊スポット的なあれだったり。
I bet one of those ghost hunter shows would get a kick out of this place.
やめてってば。そんなことより、二人を探さないとでしょ。
Is refrain not in your vocabulary? Come on now, we must find those two. You mean those three? There's three?
サキさんたち、いないわね。もっと先に行ったのかしら。
I don't see them here. Maybe we should forge on ahead.
おーい。
Hey, you there!
あ、誰か来たぞ。
Oh, looks like we've got a guest.
ほら、修二さん。
Suji, is that you?
ダメじゃないか。みんなとはぐれてしまっては土砂崩れで研修先に行けないトラブルがあったのに。
You can't just run off on your own. We have enough trouble with the landslides as it is.
すんません。でもサキとリョウがこの先に行ったみたいで。
Excuse me? Your bluster ship? Besides, we have Saki and Rio went this way. We think. Sorry.
まったくりょうくんも年長者としての自覚を持ってほしいものだ。
Oh, that guy has to learn to act his age already.
名簿にサキくんたちの電話番号があったはずだからとりあえずかけてみるか。
I have his and Saki's number in a student phone book. I'll try giving them a call. He's been letting it ring for a while now. I guess Saki hasn't noticed yet.
にしてもさ、あの女の子が言ってた獣神ってどんなんだろうな。
Say, what do you think those Kimonogami deals the girl was talking about are like?
さあ多分何かの動物なんだろうけど。
Who knows? Some kind of animals, I guess. The word baboon animal? I think, like, it's familiar to me.
もう、ミノルくんたら、今日行く予定だった史跡の説明聞いてなかったの？
Minoru, you don't hear a single word of the lecture on today's landmark, did you?
この地方に伝わる獣の姿をした神様だって教えてもらったじゃない。
They're gods taking the shape of beasts, the legend of which was passed down in this area.
あの子は他では見たことないって言っていたから、きっとこの土地の珍しい動物なんじゃないかしら。
The kid said only the locals know them, so I bet the land has some unique creatures.
それが神様になってたたりを起こしてんの？嘘だ。そんなのあるわけないじゃん。
So they became gods and started handing out retribution like hotcakes? Give me a break!
昔の人はわからないことを神様のせいにしたのよ。それでお供え物をしたりしてたたりを鎮めようとしたの。
People used to attribute the unknown to the gods, giving offerings to prevent disaster.
きっとその神社も今はほとんど人が来なくなっちゃって、地元のほんの一部の人だけが参拝に来るくらいなのよ。
Most people don't come around here these days. I imagine only locals come to visit.
ま、そんなもんだよな。
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
ダメだ。サキ君だけでなくりょう君にも繋がらない。電波が届かないようだ。
No good. It seems neither Sake nor Ro have a signal where they are.
そっか。こんな山の中じゃ電波も届いてるか怪しいですもんね。
Huh, I guess it would be weird if their phones worked in the middle of nowhere like this.
君たち、確かにこっちの方向にりょう君たちが行ったんだよね。
And you're sure that they came this way?
それははい間違いないですけど。
Well, yes, we're quite certain.
この辺にはあいつらはいないようだな。神社はもっと先か？
They ain't around here, that's for sure. Maybe the shrines is up ahead.
地図に載ってないからどこを探していいかわからないわ。
It isn't on our map, so we're not sure where to look.
仕方ない。とりあえずりょう君、サキ君たちを拾って早く学校に戻ろう。
Alright, we'll have to track those two down and head back to the school ASAP.
このトンネルの先だね。よし、行こう。
They're past this tunnel? Alright, let's go. I should talk with the others about what to do next to search for Saki and the others. Okay. So guys, I need to take a washroom break. If you guys want to get up, stretch, go grab something to drink or eat, use the washroom yourselves. We'll be back in a minute, so don't go anywhere. We're going to continue here with Digimon Survive. Alright guys, we're back. Thank you for waiting. Let's see what we can do to get going here. Okay, okay. Freaky tunnel? It's dark inside the tunnel. I can't see a thing. It looks pretty old. I'm a little scared to go inside. You know, you could have stopped them from going in the first place. Oh, well, we kind of tried. They weren't in any mood to listen, so... Ah, I see. Oh, well, nothing to be done about it. I'll help persuade them next time, no worries. I like him. Are we really going to go through this tunnel? I don't see any other way. This is our only option right now. Or, right? Well, yes, but... You're not afraid of the dark, are you, Aoi? Just a bit. Freaks me out just a little bit. Hey, why are you talking about this? We have to bring Sake and the others back right away. Oh boy, just when I thought I was gonna die of boredom, things are getting interesting. Are you going to join the search? Who cares about that? This tunnel, a lost shrine? I smell adventure, don't you? I think I see what you mean. Right! Might as well look for some ruins while we're looking for those jokers. Ruins? I think the joke might be on you. Come on, let's go bring back Ro and Sake together. That being said, which way should we go? Hey, who's that coming this way? Another person? Ah!
すまないが、そこの君たち、確か
Excuse me.
キャンプの参加者だよな。
Sorry. All of you are from the camp, right?
俺はここら辺に住んでるもので、今妹を探しているんだが。
Oh, he's a local. I live around here. I'm just looking for my little sister.
妹さんを
Your sister?
ああ、あいついつもフラフラと勝手に出歩く癖があってな。
Yes, she's a bit frail, but likes to go off on her own.
妹はなんていうか小動物っぽいや
You're
つ
not giving her enough
人見知りで気弱な感じで
understanding.
守ってあげたいような。
My sister is how do I put this? Like a tiny animal, timid, and needing protection.
そんな女の子見なかったな。
Are we talking about the same girl?
サキたちと一緒にいたミウってことはイメージがだいぶ違うしな。
There was a kid hanging around here by the name Miu, but she doesn't fit that bill.
ミウ今ミウって言ったか。
Miu? Did you just say Miu?
おお言ったけど。
Yeah, I sure did.
みゆちゃんってあの子よね。猫耳みたいな帽子をかぶった小学生くらいの。
Yeah, we met a girl named Miu, maybe grade school age, wearing a hat with cat ears.
ああそうだあったのか。
Yes, that's her. You've seen her?
俺たちが見た子はもっと頭のおかしい子だったよな。
You're gonna get your ass kicked, boy? Say what? The girl we met had a few more screws loose than the girl you're describing.
ちょっとミノルくん失礼よ。
Hey, don't be rude, Minoru.
いやでもあれを人見知りとか守ってあげたいとかは違うだろう。
I'm just saying, I don't see any shrinking violet who needs saving is all.
お前らの評価なんてどうでもいい。それでミウはどこに行ったんだ。
Who cares what you thought of her? Just tell me, where did she go?
ごめんなさい。実は私たちも人を探している途中なの。
Well, I'm sorry, but we're actually looking for her ourselves.
俺たちと一緒にキャンプに来てるやつとさっき神社に向かってってさ。
She went off to the shrine with the other campers.
それで俺たちはそいつらを連れ帰りに向かうところなんだ。
We were just going to try and bring them back with us.
そうか。またあいつが勝手に。
I see.
どうもありがとう。
So she went off on her own. Thank you very much.
あそこには入っちゃいけないって言われてたのに。
After I told her she's not allowed to go in there.
俺はカイト。よかったら君たちと同行させてくれないか。
My name is Kaito. If you want, we can go look for them together.
目的は一緒のようだしな。いいぜ。それに神社の場所、実は俺たちよく知らないんだ。
Why not? We're all after the same thing. Plus, you know where the place is, right?
ああ、だったら俺が道
Seems
案内しよ
nice. Sure. I'll show you the
う。
way.
ここで生まれ育ったわけじゃないにせよ。もう何年か住んでるからな。
I wasn't raised here, but I lived here for a long time.
その神社の場所なら知っている。任せてくれ。
I know where the shrine is. Come on, follow me.
俺はミノル。そんで、こっちがタクマで、こっちが葵さん。
I'm Mineru. This is Takuma, and here is Aoi.
僕は引率の修二。よろしく頼むよ、カイトくん。
And I'm the leader, Shuji. Nice to meet you. I'm really tired. I must be Kieto. The looks of him, I thought Kaito was an adult, but he's the same age as me. I'm relieved though. Looks like we can count on him. We'll get there in no time.
なあ、みんな。今って春だよな。
Say guys, it's spring now, right?
決まってるだろ。今が春じゃなきゃ、い
What's with this kid?
つが春だって言うんだよ。
Does a bear poop in the woods? If it's not spring, then when is it?
ならさ、北国でもないこの場所で春先に雪が降るものなのかな。
I just figured we were a little too far south for it to snow at the start of spring.
何を言って。
What are you?
え？
本当だわ。雪。
You're right, snow.
季節外れのなんていうにはちょっと外れすぎだと思うんだよな。
Calling this unseasonal would be a bit of an understatement.
確かに。
Indeed.
こっちじゃ先週も降ってたな。地元じゃ異常気象だって話してた。
It snowed here last week too. I heard the weather gets all wonky around these parts.
最近あちこちでそんなニュースを見かけるよな。
I've heard of similar stories in other places. Oh crap, big storm coming.
なんかすげえ吹雪いてきたんだけど。
Oh, some kind of blizzard has kicked up here, yeah. So ugly, so cold.
このままここにいては危険だな。僕が見てくるから、みんなは先に帰ってもらえないか？
It's too dangerous to keep going. I'll go take a look. And why don't you all go back?
それよりすぐそこのトンネルに入りませんか？これじゃ校舎へ帰り着く前にどうにかなっちゃうかも。
Why don't we duck back into the tunnel? Who knows what'll happen before we make it back?
確かにそうね。室内じゃないけど、こんな場所よりはずっとマシだと思います。
Fair enough. It might not be indoors, but it's better than staying out here.
それもそうだな。よし、みんな、とりあえずトンネルに避難しよう。
That's true. Okay, let's retreat to the tunnel for now. Oh, it looks dingy. Oh, look, it's got old shrine things up.
さきたち、こんなとこ通って行ったのか。
Saki and the others came through here, huh? Getting colder and colder. Okay. The tunnel is cold. Is it still being used? Aoi's shaking. Well, dude, give her your jacket. Middle.
それにしても寒いな。ミノル、
Why would he have mitts?
カイロとか持ってない？
Jeez, it's cold in here. Do you have any mitts or anything, Minoru?
持ってるわけないだろ。春なんだぜ。こんな寒くなるなんて思わねえもん。
What the heck would I have mitts in spring? Didn't see a cold snap like this coming.
そりゃそうか。先に行った3人も困ってるかもな。
Yeah, that's true. I bet those three that went ahead are really feeling it now.
ミュウのやつが一緒だったなら気にせず進んだろうな。あいつは慣れてるから。
I imagine they just ran on in if Miu was with them. She's used to the place.
暗くて足元も悪いから慎重に進もう。
It's getting dark and the footing isn't great here. Let's go, but watch your step.
本当に真っ暗だな。ほとんど前が見えないよ。
It's pitch black. I can hardly see in front of me.
でもこういうのなんか探検みたいでワクワクしてこない？
Still, isn't this some kind of expedition? I'm kind of getting pumped.
ほら、遊びじゃないんだぞ。
Hey, this is no time to be playing
で
around.
も確かにこれじゃ危ないな。そうだ、カメラのライトを使えば。
It's not safe for us to keep going like this. But if we use the camera light... Cameras from our phone! Oh, right, right.
うわ、怖え。
もうやめてよミノルくん。
Oh, knock it off, Minoru!
いきなり大声出すなよ。こっちまで驚いたじゃないか。
Don't just scream like that. Even I got spooked.
ごめん。でもこんなの見たらさ。
Oh, my bad. I just saw this here, so...
これはしめ縄か。
This is a sacred rope?
こんなところにどうして？
Oh, what would something like this be doing here?
もしかしたらここは神聖な場所として祀られているのかもしれない。
Maybe this is where the Kimonogami are enshrined or something.
そういえばさっきあそこには入っちゃいけないって言われてたと言っていたね。
Now that I think of it, you mentioned that you weren't allowed to enter here, right?
おう、この村じゃたたりがあるとかって子供たちが遊び半分で入らないように強く言い聞かされてるのさ。
Yeah, the villagers believe in retribution. Kids are warned to stay out.
何？トンネルの入り口から風が。
Oh, what is the wind coming from the tunnel entrance?
うわ、やばいな。外はだいぶ吹雪いてきたみたいだ。
Oh, geez, there must be a hell of a storm whipping up outside.
3人も危ないんじゃないか。急いで神社に行って連れ戻さなきゃ。
You think those three are in trouble? We better hurry to the shrine.
そうだね。急ごう。
Ah, yes. Yes, you're right. Come on, there's no time to lose. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Run! Ah, the snowfall is slowing down.
あれ、吹雪は？
What the? What happened to the blizzard?
そんなに長いトンネルじゃないのに、どういうことかしら。
This tunnel isn't that long. What could be happening here?
ラッキー、すっかり呼んでるじゃん。
Talk about lucky. You just up and stopped on us.
というより、トンネルのこちら側は全然降ってなかったって様子よね。
It's more like it didn't snow at all on this side of the tunnel.
それにこの花、なんかすごくない？森一面真っ赤だ。
And look at those flowers. Aren't they something else? The forest is a sea of red.
なんだっけ？図鑑で見たことある気が。
I feel like I've seen them in our field guide, maybe.
これって彼岸花よね。確か。
If my memory serves, these are called the red spider lilies.
そうだそうだ、それだ。
Right, that's what they are.
でも彼岸花って確か春じゃなくて。
But this isn't right. It's spring
そ
and
う、秋に咲く花。
yes, they bloom in the autumn.
一体どういうこと？
Oh, what in the world is going on here? Has Aoi figured something out? Should we check out this area a little more before heading to the shrine? Yes, we want to investigate every area if we can. What a suspicious looking forest. I should look around or maybe talk with the others. Let's look around first. Okay, that's a red thing. You're just to talk. You're important. Okay. Abnormal weather occurs in this area. Maybe it was a localized snowstorm. Huh. First I've heard of something like that. That blizzard was no joke. Then there are the red spider lilies, which only bloom in the fall. I'm telling you, man, spring is in the air. What the heck is this? What's this? There's a bunch of stuff floating in the air. You think it's those whatchamacallits? Spores? I've never heard of red spider lilies doing something like this. These things aren't bad for us, are they? Flowers like these can be found anywhere. I mean, they look pretty normal. This area, I have a bad feeling about it. Something's not right. Not right how? I'm sorry. I can't quite put it into words. Take these flowers. They should be pretty, but they give me the creeps more than anything.
おい、急ごう。すぐにここも雪が降ってくるはずだ。とにかく神社へ行こう。
Come on, it's hustle. Let's hustle. The snow should be on us soon. Let's get to the shrine.
そうだね。案内をよろしく頼むよ。
Yeah, he's right. Lead the way.
この辺りにサキたちはいないようだな。神社はこの奥か。
They don't seem to be anywhere around here. The shrine must be further in. The shrine must be just ahead. We should head towards it for now. This is... beautiful. Gato said people never come here, but it's breathtaking. It's also kinda eerie.
こんな森の中に神社なんてさ、参拝客とかって来るのかな。
How could anyone expect visitors to come to a shrine all the way out here?
まさか。むしろ絶対に近づくなって強く言われてるぜ。
They did. In fact, they made sure to warn anyone about getting too close.
おかしいわね。サキさんたちの姿どこにもないわ。
That's strange. I don't see the others anywhere.
さっき人影は見えたんだけどな。どこ行ったんだろう。
I could have sworn I saw someone just now. Now where did they go? Could they be?
ちょっとこの辺りみんなで探してみようか。
We should all look around and see what we can find. Should I look around? Yeah, of course you should look around here. Beautiful.
見た目は普通の神社っぽいけど。
The shrine. Nothing looks out of place here.
なんかすごい雰囲気のある神社だな。
Check out this
変な
place.
模様があちこちにあるぜ。
There are crazy patterns all over. Minoru's snapping tons of photos on his phone. Don't know he was into that.
やっぱあれだぜ。きっとおっかねえ邪神像でも中に祀ってあるんだぜ。
I bet they've got some freaking demon statues stowed away in there or something.
邪神かどうかはわからないけど、何か祀ってあるのは普通じゃないわね。
I don't know about that. But whatever they worship here isn't normal, that's for sure.
なんだろう。動物？鳥？それか爬虫類。
What's this? Some sort of animal? A bird? Wait, a reptile.
ちょっと判別がつかないけど、いろんな動物の模様があちこちに見えるわ。
There are patterns of various animals all over, but I don't recognize any of them.
おお、なんだこれ。狛犬？いや、犬か？確かに見たことねえもんばっかだ。すげえ。
Oh, what's this? A lion? A dog? Wait, a lion dog? Man, I just eat this stuff up!
こらミノルくん、今は写真なんか撮っている場合じゃないだろう。
Damn it, Minoru! Now's not the time to be taking pictures!
でもさ。
What, man? Juji's right. We have to look for Sake and the others. Saki. I shouldn't say Sake, it's Saki. Still, this place is so weird. I'm not surprised Minoru wanted a few mementos. Actually, we need the pictures later.
どういうこと？
What do you mean?
撮影しながら周りを見ていれば何かに気づくかもだし、見落としたものがあったら見返すことができるだろ。
If we take pictures of the area, we might notice something we would have overlooked otherwise.
なるほど。そういうことなら、まあ。
Oh, I see. Well, if that's the reason, I guess it's okay.
ほら、さっさと行くぞ。早く見つけてやんねえと。
Come on already, we have to find them and fast.
あ、ごめん。それじゃあ行こう。
Right, sorry. Okay, let's go. Oh, I didn't get to look around.
すごいな。本当に獣を祀った神社なんてあるんだ。
Oh, wow. This shrine really does worship beasts.
変わったご神体なんてそりゃ日本中にあるけどさ。タコを祀ったのとか、曲がった巨木とか。
There are places like these all over Japan. Some worship octopuses, other weird-ass trees.
あと割とポピュラーなので、エッチな形のを祀ったやつとかさ。
The ones that worship the lewd stuff are the best. Lewd?
そういう話はやめないか。女の子もいるんだぞ。
Hey, watch that talk. There's a lady present.
もう、ミノルくんってば。それにしても、ここって。今回の課外学習の伝承にまつわる場所なのかしら。
I wonder, is this the place passed down in the legends we were supposed to visit today?
伝承？さあ、どうだろうな。
Legend? Who knows?
さっき話した通り、ここには足を踏み入れるなって言われてるし、
As I said,
あまり詳しいことは知らない。
I was told not to set foot in here. I don't know much about it.
ただ、地元では、ここじゃ神隠しが起きるなんて話もあるぜ。
But the locals say people get spirited away up in here.
そうなの？怖い話ね。
I see, that's certainly frightening. Nice.
なんだ今の音。聞いたことのない音だったぞ。
Oh, what was that sound? I've never heard anything like it.
風で木か何かがきしんだ音だろう。そんなことより、早く探すぞ。
Just trees cracking in the wind or something. Who cares? Let's go, let's go!
みんな、あまり離れないように。
Hey guys, don't stay too far, okay? Straight. The blizzard might not be the only thing we have to worry about. Let's look for clues. Exploration. Cool. Oh! As you play the game, you'll need to travel to locations on your map to advance the story. You will slowly gain access to more locations by progressing through the game. Spider Lily Forest is unlocked. Shrine unlocked. Switch over to list view to see the location information on the bottom right of the screen. Also pay attention to the icon displayed on the list. This means there's someone at the location. Their character icon is displayed at the bottom corner. Let you know to talk to this person who's there. It will advance the plot. Other icons that will show you find an important clue or alert you to an enemy. Ooh! So keep all of that in mind as you play through the game. Now, try selecting a location to advance the story. I want to do this one though. As you play the game, you'll be presented with situations where you have to explore. In this mode, you'll need to talk to others or investigate the world to find clues to progress. The clues you need may not always be nearby. Open your map and try searching the area too. Other areas. You can always use the map to travel between areas while exploring. Open the map with L2. Clues will be marked with the exclamation mark during exploration too. Yep. It looks like right now there aren't any clues in this area. Try searching somewhere else. I should talk with Minoru and Shuji about what to do next. Haven't seen such a big, impressive gate anywhere else. They say such gates connect the world of the gods and man. What god could be here? There be here. Shrine built in the middle of a spooky forest really makes you want to stay away. Guess it's what you call solemn. Don't spread out too far, everyone. Stay where I can see you. Shuji's doing his best to keep us all together. Still. Get back here, Minoru! Listen to what I say! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I do apologize. Your blustership. He's so rude. Yeah, I'm with you there. Kid needs a slap in the head. Not literally, but you know. Minoru's lost in his historical photo op. Better not interfere. Okay, I think I'm done with this area. Open map. Okay, cool. So this is gonna advance the story here. Hey, there's Gato and he... Has he found anything? You've been pale for a while now, Aoi. How are you holding up? Oh, well... If I'm being honest, it's taking a lot... It's taking all I've got to deal with this place. You shouldn't push yourself if you're scared, okay? Thank you, but our friends might be facing something even scarier, you know? Sakiro, where are you? Hey, Miu! Where are you? Oh, Takuma. Have those guys found anything over there? Nothing yet. You found Miu? Nope, jeez. Where the hell is she? Baki and Ru are with her for sure. Here, I'll join the search. That'd be great help, thanks. I should check in with the others.
Wow.
Hi, Neil Matter! Hi, guys! Boop, boop. Oh my goodness, how's Xenoblade Chronicles 3, my friend? Welcome to the Chocobo Night Crew. I'm FFAN 16. You guys can call me Fan, and this is the long-awaited Digimon Survive. We are doing a marathon for the next week here, and we're just gonna be playing through this amazing game. Glorious, how it's amazing. A lot of talking so far. I haven't really opened up the battle system too much yet. We're still exploring, figuring out what the heck is going on. We have not met our partners yet. So we're just gonna keep going until we get sucked in some sort of digital battles. Thanks for the shadow. Can I get a Chocobo Night spam in the chat for this beautiful man and his raiders? Please and thank you. There, Chocobo Night spam. Boop, boop. Okay, I don't want to do that yet. But I have Xenoblade Chronicles and Digimon Survive on the way. August is gonna be such a oh my goodness, you are gonna be so busy gaming. It's gonna be awesome. Sakiro. So this is part visual novel, right? Correct. Visual novel and tactical RPG. Aoi's doing her best to scour the area. I should leave her to it. This is what I mean by everyone doing what they want. Zaki and Ro are no different. That's what causes trouble like this. We have rules for a reason, people. No one wanders off on their own. Got it? Alright. Think this may be next on my list after Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Looking interesting for sure. Grumpy, it has been really good. Lots of reading, but I was expecting that from a visual novel. Damn it, Mew! Where have you gone? Kyoto is upset. It's understandable. His family is still missing. What? What's in this picture, man? Yo, Takuma! You should take some pictures around here too! Me? But why? My photo's picking up some weird stuff. Might be broken. Let's check out yours. You sure your figure isn't in the shot? It ain't my finger. Something like all fuzzy in my pics. Go on, take some. Doesn't sound like he's messing around. Guess I'll take a few test shots. Yay, I'm gonna learn the camera mechanics! As you play the game, you will sometimes be able to find clues using the camera on your phone. A camera icon will appear in the top left of the screen when this is the case. If you take out your camera anytime while you're exploring, access the R2 with the camera sometimes reveals something that otherwise be invincible. Try using it now. Okay. Yes. If you notice any distortions while using your camera, try focusing on it to investigate. Sounds like fun. Oh, this is cool. It's cool. Pretty good quality camera, I tell ya. Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is! I always like Digimon more than Pokemon. Digimon is more adult and has cooler monsters. I agree. I just like how fleshed out the Digimon story is and how serious and realistic it can be compared to Pokemon. It's the rock Digimon. What the heck? Huh, nothing there. Here, but the camera definitely picked up something. Huh, what's this? What is it, Minoru? Hang on, my daughter says I love you. I gotta answer her back. This one looks like the most oh yes, you guys, they did say this one was going to be Gotsumon. Thank you. Yes, that is well, it's either Gotsumon or the Gotsumon, is he a champion level Digimon? And then his ultimate is pretty much the same thing but a slightly different shade. Hey you guys, there's a weird thing over here. Weird thingy? Who knows what that could mean? Wait, hey, don't just go off on your own! Fine, we'll all go together. No one wants to listen to you. What in the world?
結構大きいな。
Look at the size of this thing.
すごい。これは遺跡？
Wow.
随分と古いもののようだ。
Are these ruins? These look pretty old. He's a rookie and his champion is something monochromon, and there's one more sometimes. Yes, that's right. Yeah. I knew there was a champion version. It's Keeping them all straight in my head sometimes doesn't work.
なあ、これが何か知ってる？
Say, any idea what this
いや
is?
こんなものがあるなんて聞いたこともない。
Not a clue. Never heard of anything like
神社の
this.
すぐ裏だし、いくら禁足地とはいえ誰かから話の一つでも聞いていてもおかしくない。
If it's like the shrine scared prohibited space, I'd get it if no one talked about
お
it.
かしくないはずだが。
Or at least I wouldn't be surprised, but
ミュウのやつ、もしかしてこの中に入ったのか？
don't tell me Miu went in here.
いくらなんでもこんなところに女の子が入ったりは。
There's no way a girl would go into a place. Why not? Like this. I would.
いや、あいつのことだ。きっとこの中に入ったんだろう。
That's where you're wrong. If it's her we are talking about, I guarantee she went inside.
それに先だって入っちゃいそうじゃない？面白そうとか言って。
I bet Saki ran right in after her, huh? Oh, ooh, and that.
確かに。
That does seem like to fit her MO.
ミュウ、
Yeah.
あ、だから勝手なことは。
Come on. What was I just talking about? Let's split up and look. He's not gonna like that. He's not gonna like that.
そんなこと言ってる場合じゃない。早くサキたちを見つけてあげないと。
Now's not the time to say that. We have to find them as soon as
そ
possible.
れにカイトを一人で行かせてはぐれたら大変だ。
And if Kyato goes off on his own, we'll lose track of him too.
それもそうだな。
Well, sure, that's true.
僕らも行こう。
Let's go too.
おーい、サキ、りょう。
Hey, Saki, yo, Ro!
いたら返事をして。
If you hear us, please answer. All right, let's go. Come on, we gotta get something going on here. That is cool.
ああ、いたいた。あ、どうしたの？
Ah, there you are, huh? What's up?
急いで行くから心配したわ。
You just ran off. Don't worry us like that.
ああ、すまない。
Sorry.
あれは
What the? I don't believe it. Oh, that is so cool. I love the murals.
壁一面
Look,
に
there's
絵が
Miramon! Plus, look at this, a mural across the whole wall.
これは
This is really something else.
すごいな。
ああ、すげえな。なんつうか圧倒されちまうな。
Whoa, you're telling me. I feel like I could get swallowed up in it by it.
ええ、なんというか、とても神聖な感じがするわ。
Exactly. How do I explain it? There's just something divine about it. Maybe it wasn't danger or retribution that caused people to close off this area. They might have been trying to protect this sacred place.
おい、そんなにあっけに取られてるんじゃねえよ。俺らの目的は違うだろう。
Hey, now there's no time for gawking. Or did you forget what we came here for? Ultimate is me and more white version of Gotsman. Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, I thought there was an ultimate one that was looking the exact same. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
ああ、そうだったそうだった。ごめんな、つい。
Right. Sorry, just got caught up in all this. He's right. We have better things to do right now. Okay. What's the shrine? Find the others. Let's go further in. I want to do all these. What should we focus on here? I want to learn more about the shrine. Rathfulness has changed. What is this about this place? I can't take my eyes off it.
たくまくん、よしましょう。なんだか怖いわ。
We should go, Takuma. I'm kind of, scared.
ま、先にあいつらを見つけてからにしようぜ。
Ah, that's true. Come on, we could check this place out once we find the others.
それもそうか。
Yeah, you're right. Ah, I hear footsteps by the entrance. Could it be the others? Oh, it's the old man.
ん？君たちは
And you are?
あ、どうも。はじめまして。
Ah, hello there.
誰？
Who's, what?
そう。
Your guess is as good as mine.
君たち、ここは入ったらダメな場所だぞ。何をしているんだ？
What are all of you doing here? Surely you know you can't be in here.
あ、僕たちは。
Well, you see...
そういうあんた
Heading out, fan. Have a great marathon. Okay, love you too, Velcos. Have a good day at work. We'll see you later. That's our line, man. What are you doing here?
ん？ああ、心配しないでくれ。怪しいものじゃない。
Oh, no need to worry. My purpose here is far from nefarious.
私はこの地域に伝わる獣神信仰を研究しているものだ。
I'm a researcher of the commonogamy faith passed down in this
こ
region.
の祠は獣神信仰にゆかりのある場所でね、許可を得て調査をしていたところだったんだよ。
This shrine is connected to the said faith. I just got permission to investigate it.
研究調査？もしかして学者さんですか？
A research investigation? Are you a scholar or some sort?
ああ、専攻は日本古代史で、この近くの大学で日本史学研究の教鞭を取らせてもらっている。
Indeed. I study ancient Japanese history, researching it for a university nearby.
じゃあ教授さんなんですか？
Then, that makes you a professor.
私など学会では異端視されていてね。いや、君たちにこぼすような話でもないか。
I've been shunned from scientific society. Forget that last part. So this place is valuable enough to be worth researching, huh?
それで君たちはこんなところに何をしに来たんだい？
Well then, what has brought all of you to a place like this?
ああ、それなんですが。
Yes, well, you see, sir.
俺は他んとこ探してくるわ。
I'm gonna go look somewhere else.
あ、こら！
Hey! Kyoto!
修二さん、修二さん。とりあえず好きにやらせときましょう。
Now, Suji. Let's just let him do his own thing for now, yeah? I get why Kyoto's feeling restless, but I'm really curious about this place. No idea if Saki and the others came here, but let's look around for some clues. The shrine is pretty weird. Maybe I should talk to the professor or inspect the mural. Inspect the mural. No, the mural. Thank you. Let's see who we got going on here. Okay. There's a Digimon there. Oh, that looks like a Kabuterimon or Kuwagamon? Maybe? That's an insect Digimon right there. Alright. We got Birdramon maybe right there. We got Miramon right there. Oh, Seadramon! You guys, there's Seadramon! Ooh! Ooh! Bakumon! Bakumon! They used to rampage to the town? There's a bird type Digimon right there. That is cool. Ah, I like how you can really bring out Seedramon. Okay, can't talk to you guys. Nope. Okay, let's go to this mural. I'm not sure. Oh, could that be Shellmon? No. I know this Digimon. I just don't know their name. And then we got a Prince, Shrine Maiden. Right, okay, cool, cool. Let's take a look and see if there's anything weird going on in here. Anything weird at all? I think there would be some activity near the murals. No, no activity. Okay. Oops, wrong button.
Hey, have you all come here to study the Kemonogami as well?
Yes, we're on a school trip. But we accidentally came to look for some missing people, our friends and that guy's sister.
Yeah, we came to look for her. Is this the Kemonogami Shrine? I hope she hasn't been spirited away.
Spirited away?
Yes, there's a legend about the Kemonogami, passed down since ancient times. But it's more than a legend. The stories are true, you see.
True, you say?
Indeed, it was once custom to offer up local children to the beast gods as sacrifice.
How awful!
It was a desperate measure to ensure the harvest, or perhaps to prevent disaster. Yet these children did not die. Supposedly they were taken somewhere unharmed. So, that's what you mean by spirited away? Yes, but the custom was lost to the ages, and this angered the ancient Kemonogami. Over time, such abductions were no longer a ritual sacrifice, but a curse of retribution. Many legends regarding such incidents have been passed down in this region. I place no faith in fairy tales, of course. There must be a scientific explanation. Some reason for the continuous disappearance since ancient times, I'm sure of it. I view this as a superstition or a mental block designed to escape from reality.
He seems pretty worked up somehow. Is he mad or maybe upset maybe?
I know you come looking for your friends, but I'm glad you could see those legendary ruins. Interested in historical origins is a wonderful thing, indeed! I support it wholeheartedly. Thank you, sir. Take a good look at this. Who knows? It may end up being of use to you all.
Yep. So, what?
Ah! The wall! Discovery of these animals has led to rapid development of this region in recent times. A sudden population boom would naturally increase the number of missing persons. Dwindling resources, depopulation, likely absconding in the night from such troubles. I suspect the recent landslides are a result of unchecked development since the Showa era. Unraveling the issue piece by piece allows for a logical explanation of the legend. At least that's what I think.
Yes, learning from the past can help us in the present.
Wow, thank you so much, Professor. What a wonderful and unexpected lesson we're learning here today.
Yeah, muchas gracias, Professor. Hey now, show some respect. God, that kid has no respect. think I'm done. Just hang on. Boop. Boop the floof. Where is my floofs? Floofs! Oh, wait. They might not be down here. The door's locked. I was wondering why it was so quiet. My cats haven't been coming down. All right. This is cool. I'm, like, really enjoying this. So, these are all drawings of Kemonogami. They came in all shapes and sizes, huh? Hey, why do you think there are... Let me try that again. Why do you think there are there? What is this language? Why do you think there are so many... Why do you think there are so many Kemonogami in the first place? I don't think they translated that very well. I wish they would reread these things. Do you have a hunch, sir? Indeed. There are several possible explanations for all of this. The unique terrain could explain the frequent incidents. Weak footholds, steep slopes, magnetic fields mess with sense of direction and overgrowth in flora and fauna. Like the red spider lilies, then. I believe there's something in the materials around here that makes people lose their way. Creatures of the Kemonogami faith may have been altered somehow by the substance. I see. That would make sense. What's with this wall? Is this writing or something? It's Digimon language. Are these drawings or some kind of text? Yes, it's digital world language. I love it. Yeah, something like that. There's all sorts of stuff on this crazy wall painting. I've never seen anything like it. Something written here. Maybe I can read it. Nope, not a word of it. This is just conjecture based on my investigation, but I think it's called, says Agumon. Yes, let's bring on Agumon. As my research progresses, I learned that each of the Kemonogami have their own names. Is that so? So there must be a bunch of those things running around. Okay, let's just get our Digimon and go. Loving the story, but want some action. Yikes, what the heck was that? Oh, it's you, Mew.
どうしたんだ？何があったの？
What is it? Did something happen?
なんか変なのにいきなり出くわして逃げて
Somewhere creepy popped out of nowhere, so I took off.
あ、さきちゃん置いてきちゃった
Oh no, I left Saki behind. There she is.
今の声、サキ。
That voice, Saki.
そうと、さっきの神社の方だ。おい、行ってみようぜ。
It came from outside near the shrine. Come on, let's go. Here comes the fog. Whoa, what's with this fog?
確かに。さっきまではこんなじゃなかったのに。
Yeah, man. There wasn't nothing like this when we came through earlier.
これ、うかつに飛び出したら、俺たちまで本当に迷子になっちまうぞ。
If we go out in this now, we'll be just as lost as the others.
それよりさきさんはさっきの悲鳴って一体
What about Saki? And that scream just now. Oh, that's a Digimon.
こっち来ないで
Ah, stay away from me!
何？
Wait, what the heck was that? Oh, there.
何かに襲われてるの
Is she being attacked by something?
痴漢とか？
You mean like a pervert?
こんな山の中にいるわけないでしょ。
A pervert on a mountain?
イノシシか何か。
Eyes so itchy.
なんかうごめいてるぞ。
Maybe it's a boar or something. Yeah, I can hear growling, I think.
おい、なんか今光らなかった？
Whoa, hey! Was it just me, or did something light up over there?
さあ、声のする方に行ってみましょう。
We should head towards her voice.
間違いじゃないのか。この霧でよく見えないよ。
Are my eyes playing tricks on me? I can barely see a thing around here.
それにしても、なんだこの霧。
This fog is seriously weird, man.
私も気になるけど、今はサキさんの悲鳴が先よ。
It bothers me too, but not as much as Saki screams.
あ、
Yeah.
おい、サキ、リョウ、大丈夫か？
Hey, Saki, Ro, are you okay?
待って。
Wait,
何か
something's here. Come on, show yourself.
なんだあれ、石像？
What is that? Some kind of statue?
違う。動いてるぞ、こいつ。
That thing's moving.
なんだって？そんなバカな。
What in the world? That's impossible.
またあの音だ。この変なやつが出していたのか。
That sound again. So this weird thing was making it. Back off, you freak show!
あれは何なの？
What is that?
おい、どうした？さっき悲鳴が聞こえたが。
Hey, what's going on? I heard a bunch of screaming back
ミュ
there.
ウ、そこにいたのか。
Miu, you were here the whole time?
お兄ちゃんがなんで？
Wait, brother, why are you here?
待っててサキさん、今助けるから。
Wait, Saki, we're coming to help.
葵ちゃんなの？待って、こっち来ちゃダメ。
Is that you, Aoi? No, stay away.
早く助けろよ。
No, come here and help.
変なのがこっちに。
That creepy thing's looking this way.
どうします？
What should we
来ちゃ
do?
ダメって言われても放っておけるわけないでしょ。
It's not like we can just leave them alone, right? Even if she tells us to go. Ew. Yeah, let's go kick some butt. This weird statue-like creature set its sights on the others. A creature, no, a monster.
何やってんだ。早くしろよ。
What are you waiting for? Get the hell over here already!
あれは獣神。まさかそんなこと。
Could that be one of the Kimonogami? No, how could that be? Professor, he followed us from the shrine. We have to save those guys from this monster. What should we do? Frick, let's get closer and talk.
まずは
Let's try
話し
talking
かけて
to
み
it.
よ
そうだよ。子供が何か被ってふざけてるんだろ。
Yeah.
おい、君。
Yeah, it could be just some kid pulling a prank. Hey, you there!
待てよ、修二さん。
Whoa, hold on,
子
Shuji!
供の体重でそんなに足が地面にめり込むわけねえだろ。
How heavy would a kid have to be to leave footprints that deep?
What?
Footprints? Okay, he's just yelling at us. Let's go! Look out, Shuji! Okay, come on, come on, come on!
たくまくん。
Takuma!
なんだこいつ。かすってこれほどなんて。
Oh, what the
とんで
heck?
もない力だ。
It barely grazed me, and yet, what power?
大丈夫か？すまない。君に救われた。
Are you alright there? I'm sorry, you saved me there.
危ねえ、逃げるぞ。
This is bad. Let's get out of here. A creature we've never seen before is coming right at us. What's going on? What a crazy situation we got into. Why the heck is this happening? Aw, I wanted to battle.
葵さん、大丈夫？
He okay, Aoi? Oh no, Aoi fell down and that rock monster is coming this way.
やめろ。
Stop
葵
it!
さんに手を出すな。
Stay away from her! Can't let it hurt Aoi!
Ah!
Shit. the hell? That thing just sent me flying. Ah, jeez.
なんてバカ力だ。
Oh man, that thing's
あ
strong.
んなのに突進されて、よく怪我しないで済んだな。
I'm lucky I got away with a few scratches after a tackle like that.
そうだ。
みんな大丈夫か？
The others, hey, you guys okay?
大丈夫か？タクマ。
Hakuma, are you alright?
ごめんなさい。私のせいで。
I'm sorry, this is all my fault. Everyone seems to be okay, somehow. The fog has covered the entire area. There's red spider lilies at my feet. So creepy. Guys!
みんな
You there? What the hell? Do something. There's more? Oh yeah, it's just got creepy.
囲まれている。
When the heck did it corner them?
まずい。だんだん近づいてきているぞ。
This is bad. It's getting closer and closer. They're in for a world of hurt. Is there any way they can make a break for it?
なんだ。
Oh man, I'm feeling kind of dizzy. Am I going numb or did I take a harder hit than I thought? Or is it?
こんな時に地震。
Oh, an earthquake at this time? A time like this?
やべえぞ。それに霧も濃くなってきた。
Holy crap, the shaking's getting worse.
みんな大丈夫か？
Is everyone okay?
みんな気をつけるんだ。むやみに動いたら危の。うわ！
Be careful, everyone. Move without paying attention and you'll...
シュンさんどうしました？
What is it, Shuji? I'm confused about what's going on. Oh, we fell through! Comic book style. I tried taking a step forward, and the ground crumbled underneath me. I plunged into a gaping hole that seemed to pull me in. I couldn't even tell what was happening to everyone else. Unchecked development, recent landslides. The professor's words are coming back to me. Well, prologue over. Holy crap, that was a long prologue. But not bad. We got some pretty good story. Oh, love the music in this game. Welcome, yes. I love her partner. It's very good, honey. I'm enjoying the story. Lopmon! Be Terriermon now. The story stuff is long, but once you can do free battles, you can grind pretty decent. Sweet. He pretends to be a tough guy, but he's really sensitive and a scaredy cat. Does he have a partner? Nope.
Now what's happening? I'm waking up in the forest?
助かった
Am I
のか
safe?
ここ神社の下なのか
Am I
地滑りに巻き込まれて落ちてきちゃったのか
am I below the shrine? It looks like I got caught up in a landslide or something.
あ、そうだみんな無事なのか
Oh hey, everyone! Is everyone okay? Where is everybody?
てて頭がズキズキする
My head, it's pounding. I can't see anyone. Looks like they aren't here. Maybe I should take a look around. Oh, all I can do is look around for now. Figures, yep. Okay, deep forest. Lilies. I don't see anyone here. Maybe I could find the trace of them in a different area. I should check out other places, yeah. They are not here. Wait, what a relief. That means they weren't cut up in the landslide. I should check out, yeah. The grounds collapsed all around here, but none of my friends are around. I should check out. Yeah, I did. If you press your menu button, you should get your freebies now. Oops, I didn't mean to press that one. This one? Is this where I do it? Oh, this is cool. I can't do anything. I can hear those sounds from before. Is it those stone monsters? No, it's probably Agumon. No, that sounds like the stone monster. Oh no, they're coming this way! I have to get the hell out of here! They said that they did when I got my 2 items when I opened the game, so they're there. I'll get past this first. Okay, I don't think they're following me. I made it back to the shrine somehow. It should have a receipt bonus button in the bottom right. Okay. I don't know. It said I had them, so I'll have to just reload when we come in this afternoon and see if we could get them. No one's here, not a single person.
Oi! Minoru! Aoi-san! 誰かいないのか?
Is anybody here? No response. Where the heck did they... Oh, maybe I can get one of them on the phone. I'll call Minoru. No service here. Damn, my phone is useless. Did something move just now?
何かいるあの岩みたいなやつなのか
Oh man, something's in there. Is it that rock monster again?
音が聞こえなくなった 襲ってくる様子はないようだけど。
The sound disappeared. Doesn't look like it's trying to jump me, whatever it is. Jump at it. Carefully move closer.
何が近づいてるのかわからないのも怖いし、ゆっくり近づいてみるか。
Not knowing what's coming this way freaks me out. I'll try moving closer.
できるだけ刺激しないように。
I'll do my best not to set this thing off.
いない？
Huh? It's gone. Where in the world?
草むらの中、草が避けてるとこがある。
Hey, some
そこに何かあるみたいな。
Hey, some of the grass is moving over there. Like something's in there.
見えないけど、何かいる。
I can't see anything, but something's there, isn't it?
そうだ。さっきも似たようなことがあったような。
This reminds me of the last time.
目には見えないけど、いる。だったら触ればわかるかな。
I can't see it, but I know it's there. Maybe I'll know what it is if I touch it. Touch the strange thing. Touch it.
怖いけど確かめなくちゃ。
I'm a little scared, but I'll just gonna check it out. Careful now.
俺いない。
Nothing there. Come on, stop pulling my
草に
chain.
跡が残ってる。僕が近づいたから逃げたのか。
Wait, some tracks were left in the grass here. Did it run when I got close?
近づかないで確かめる方法はないかな。
Is there a way to check it out without getting close? Use your camera.
スマホのカメラで気配を見つけたことがあったっけ。撮影したら姿が見えるんじゃないか。
That's right. He picked up a presence with his phone camera. Why don't I take a picture?
よし、やってみよ
Great, I'll give it a shot. Oh, Koromon!
う。なんだ今の。
Wait, what the heck was that just now? It
一
was
瞬だったけど
Koromon.
確かに何かいた。
It was
こ
just
れなら
a
見られるんだな。
moment, but I definitely saw something. This will help me see it.
でもまた襲いかかられたらどうしよう。
Still, I don't know what I'll do if something attacks me again.
考えてばかりじゃ拉致が開かない。辺りをスマホで見てみるか。
Nothing
手
will
がか
come.
りがあるかも。
Nothing will come out if I just sit here. I'll look around with my phone, see what I find. Nothing here, huh? Nothing here. There he is. There's Koromon. What the heck is that? Some kind of creature? Doesn't seem like that rock thing from before. I hope it's a bit friendlier. Koromon comes back! Oh, it's gone. Don't tell me it plans to attack from the shadows somewhere. I'll survey other spots with my camera. Found it! That thing from before. It's right over here. No doubt about it. What should I do? It doesn't look hostile, but still. Aw. Man, did it vanish again? This thing's quick on its feet, at least. I think it has feet. I'll survey other spots. Bingo, there it is. Whoa, it's closer now. What is this thing?
Hey, that's my line. Wait, you're...
喋ってる
It talks?
うわ、こっち来るな
Shoot, back off, dang it!
そんな生き物見たことないぞ一体何なんだ
I've never seen anything like this before. What the heck is it?
何なんだこいつは
Seriously, what's this thing's deal?
I'm not a thing. I'm Koromon. お前のことずっと待ってた。I've been waiting for you, old buddy, old pal.
コロモンお前って呼ぶなよ僕にはタクマって名前があるんだ
Aw, that's okay, Static. Sorry about that, pal. Sorry, but that pal talk rubs me the wrong way. My name's Takuma, okay?
とにかく離れろって
Anyways, just back off for a second, will ya? Welcome back.
Takuma? それが名前？よろしく、Takuma. Takuma? That's your name? Nice to meet you, Takuma.
答えになってないって
That didn't answer my question.
いやそれより
No, more
待っていた
importantly,
ってどういうことだよ
what do you mean you were waiting for me?
そう。僕、Takumaのことずっと前から待ってたんだ。Yeah, for ages. Like such a long time, pal.
どうして
Why? How?
どうしても何も。どうしても
Oh, sorry.
かな。
So she was waiting. What's with this thing? I understand, it understands me, but I wouldn't call this a conversation. Anyway, it doesn't seem to mean me any harm, I think.
「それを聞きたいのはこっちだって」少なくとも僕はお前と違う
You took the words right out of my mouth. At any rate, I see you're not human.
僕は人間だまだ子供だけど
That's what I am, a human. A young one, at that.
人間の子供。初めて見るのもなんだか変な感じ。A young human? I've never seen one before. You're kind of weird looking, aren't you? たくまに会えて嬉しい。Still, I'm glad to meet ya. たくまが必要で、ここに来るのずーっと待ってた感じ。I've been craving something, you see? I've been waiting forever and ever.
必要ってどういうことだ
Craving? What do you mean?
とにかく僕にはたくまだけなんだ。僕はたくまをずーっと待ってたんだ。Anyway, you're the one for me. It's like I've been waiting for you forever.
なんだよそれ意味わかんないよ
What do you mean? I don't get it.
いいかコロモンとか言ったな
Listen-
よーく聞けよ
Listen up, Koromon, was it?
僕はもう子供じゃないぞ中学生なんだしな
Stop treating me like some kid, alright? I'm already in junior high.
中学生って何？ Oh, what's a junior high?
それは
Yeah, sure.
と
Well, it basically means I'm an
大人ってことだ。
adult.
たくま、さっき自分で子供って言ってたよ。Adults are smaller than I figured.
それは違くて
Ah.
子供じゃな
Anyway, my point is I'm not a kid.
子供じゃん。Oh, why not? You seem pretty childish to me. ほらほら、 そうやってすぐムキになるところも。
Why else would you get upset over every little thing?
うるさい。いいからこっち来るな。
Shut up. I've had enough. Back off already.
待ってよ、タクマ。
Wait, Takuma. First things first, I've got to shake off this weird creature. No, I want to keep him. I'll try and get away from the shrine. Okay, I think I finally lost it.
しかし、一体何なんだ。あんな生き物見たこと
Pink
な
guy
いし。
evolves into Agumon. Koromon? Agumon. For his main line anyways. I believe in the original V-Pets that Koromon can also digivolve into Betamon as his secondary evolution tree. Still, what the heck was that thing? I've never seen anything like it.
それなのに
But mostly Agumon, I
不思議
agree.
なもんだな。そんなに怖くはなかった。
You're correct, and I never doubted you. But the really weird thing is, I wasn't all that scared of it. I mean, it was so small, and it talked like a kid, plus it was so buddy-buddy. Heck, the fact that it talked at all is weird enough on its own, right?
夢じゃないよな。
Maybe I was sleepwalking or something. Maybe I should look around more. I want Koromon back. What the? Something's moving in the grass. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's the possessed Digimon again.
こいつ、僕らを襲った岩のやつか。
Holy, it's the rock monster that attacked us before! Yeah, it's coming to get you. You should have kept Koromon with you. Hello,
そこに
pretty!
いたのか。この距離では逃げきれない。
I can't believe one was here. Damn, I can't get away. It's too close. I know how to battle.
この野郎。そうそう舐められてたまるものか。
Knock it off
見
already.
た感じ動きは鈍そうだし、油断さえしなければ。
Looks pretty slow, so if I'm careful, maybe I can... You're correct. Okay, every time you say rock monster, I think of the song Rock Lobster.
ああ！なんか突進してきた。
Oh, it just came right at me. I like their chibis. Oh, ow, that feels like that hurt.
てててて。
What the heck, man? Come on,
ま
Koromon.
ずい。また突進してくるつもりだ。
Son of a, it looks like it's gonna charge again. Run!
お前は衣？
Umayawa, is that Koromon?
こいつは気が立っている。早く逃げて。
This thing's got an axe to grind with ya. Hurry up and get out of here.
待って。足がすくんで。
Oh, jeez, my legs are.
こいつを引き止めてるうちに、さあ早く。
I'll try to hold it off so you can get away.
さあかかってこい。
Here I go. Move, Bubble.
なんだよお前。もっちりじゃないか。僕なんて構わずにお前も逃げろよ。
Boy, you're weak, like super weak. You're the one that should be running.
だって僕はタクマを守らなくちゃ。
But I've got to protect you, Takuma. Come on, give him courage to digivolve.
ダメかも。
Oh, it's no use.
あ、まずい。
Oh man, this is bad. Koromon will be in trouble in this if this keeps up. I can't believe that tiny little thing's risking its life to protect me. I know I can't just run off on my own and let it fight to its death. But what? Protect.
やらせるもんか。
I won't let you.
たくまって頼もしいな。
Not bad.
ないかも。
Takuma, but that might not be the best idea.
コロモン、せめてお前だけでも逃げろ。
Go, Koromon. At least one of us should escape.
そんなたくまを置いて逃げられないぞ。
No way. I can't just leave you behind, Takuma.
だからそれはお互い様だって。
Well, I guess that makes the two of us then, huh?
あ、そっか。
Ah, now that you mentioned it.
絶対絶命のピンチなのに笑いが出るなんて。
A bit of a pinch, but you know what? I can't afford to laugh.
僕もなんだかやれそうな気がしてきた。
What can I say? Suddenly I feel like I could do it.
たくま、僕行かなくちゃ。
I'm going for it, Takuma!
おい、一体何を。
Oh, what are you saying?
大丈夫。たくま見てて。言ったでしょ。僕はたくまを守るって。
Just watch, Takuma. I told you I'd protect you, and I meant it.
コロモン進化。
Yes! Koromashinka! Get her done! Oh, I know his partner was Agumon already, Static. And in most of these, it's always going to be Agumon that Koromon digivolves to.
よし。アグモン。
Agumon! Alright, let's get her done. Yeah. I got my conditions. I got it. Let's go. You don't have to explain shit to me.
僕の番だね。
This is a critical battle, so it would help to exercise some caution. Defending is an important aspect of battle. End your turn without attacking or using an item to defend. Defending reduces frontal attack damage by half. Attacks from the side or rear are unaffected. Try defending in this situation. Choose end turn. Yeah, I know there's different evolution trees. We'll have to wait and see, bro. Defending against the enemy skill reduces its damage by half.
僕の番だね。
Okay, I know how to play. Okay. I'm gonna attack. No, I want to move. You don't. Okay, it wants me to attack. We're gonna use Pepper Breath because it's an AoE.
いいフレーズ。
During battle, it's important to keep attack and defense. Yeah. Ouch!
僕の番だね。
No! You bastard! Ouch. Oh, I countered him! Do you want spoilers of who I got since I'll likely be asleep when you get there? How about no, bro, you tell me when you wake up, okay? Because it's, well then again, it's either Greymon or Tranamon, I think. Right? So I think maybe you got Tranamon by the way you're talking. Did you get Tranamon? You can say yes if it's Tranamon. If you say no, then those are the only two that I know of that can be his champion trees. If there's a third one, then don't tell me. There are 3? Okay, so I only know about the 2. Don't tell me what the third one is if you got the third one. And another one. Okay. Okay. I'm guessing you got the other one then. Oh, could it be... Oh, you got Trenamon? I don't know the third one. You know what? It's probably Skull Greymon. It's probably his negative evolution. I bet you it's Skull Greymon. Yeah. Because you did really shitty. And you got him. Yeah. Incredible. It really beat that monster. And what's with this appearance? This is the same Koromon as before, right? As you explore and earn rewards in battles, you will obtain various items and equipment. Equipable items in particular can improve your abilities and let you use skills. Looks like you found an equipable item. Let's give it a equip now. Yes. Yeah, the screws are partners. Let's click on him and equipment. Okay. Receive bonus items! Bro, there it is! There's Gilmon! I got my bonus items! I got Gilmon!
Ew, I was able to win thanks to you, Takuma.
これもすごい戦いだったな。
You were a beast out there. You were a beast out there,
な
Koromon.
んて無茶なことをするんだと思ったけど、
To fight
ま
that
さか
thing.
やっつけちゃうなんて。
But then you freaking took it out.
たくま違うよ。今の僕はアグモンだよ。
Not Koromon, silly. Right now I'm Agumon.
アグモン？
Agumon?
モンじゃないのか？
I thought you said you were Koromon.
コロモンだったけど、今はアグモン。
Yeah, I was Koromon before. Now I'm Agumon.
よくわからないな。でもとにかく。
Okay, I really don't get it. But
まず
anyway.
はお礼を言うよ。助けてくれてありがとうな。
You really saved my bacon back there. I owe you one.
お礼を言いたいのも、助けてもらったのも僕の方だよ。
That goes double for me,
危
Takuma.
ないところで助けてくれたのも、この姿になれたのも、全部タクマのおかげだ。
You got me out of a tight spot back there. I can only evolve thanks to you.
僕のおかげって何もしてないし。
Thanks to me, but I didn't do anything.
そんなことない。
That's not true.
なんだかわからないけど、タクマと一緒にいたら、体の中からぐんぐん力が湧いてくる。
I can't explain it, but when I'm with you, I feel like the power is swelling up inside me.
タクマ、ありがとうな。
Thanks so much, Takuma. Aw, Agumon, you're in my heart.
どういうことだよ。その姿になったことか。
What do you mean? Is that what made you transform?
一体それってどうなってるんだ？
Seriously, what the heck's going on here?
It's me.
そうだよな。お前に聞いた僕が間違ってたよ。
Right, makes sense. I guess it's my fault for asking you in the first place.
You're too kind.
いや、今のは褒めてないからな。
What about that? Sounds like kindness.
とにかくこんな変な生き物見たらみんなびっくりするだろうな。
Man, everyone's gonna freak out when they see you.
みんなそうだ。みんなを探さないと。
Everyone, that's right. I have to go look for them.
みんなって誰だ？
Everyone? Who's that?
ああ、僕の仲間のことだよ。いろいろあってこの近くの神社まで来ることになって。
I mean, all my friends. A weird chain of events brought us to this shrine, see?
一度は全員集まったんだけど、土砂崩れに巻き込まれてみんなとはぐれたんだ。
We all ended up together at one point, but a landslide separated us again.
そうだったのか。
Is that right?
If they aren't around here, then maybe they went back to the school
とにか
already.
く一度校舎に戻らないとな。
Well, first things first, I have to make it back to the school
でも
building.
こんな見知らぬ土地で森の中霧で方向感覚もわかんないや
But I have no idea where I am in these woods. The fog doesn't help, that's for sure.
霧あの霧の中には入るなよ、タクマ。
Hey, don't go into the fog, Takuma.
The fog? Huh, I didn't really notice before, but I think the fog got thicker.
そりゃ好き好んで入るわけないだろただでさえここがどこかもわかんないのに
Not going because I want to. Even without it, I'd have trouble figuring out where I am.
またあの変なのに襲われたらひとたまりもないしな
Good morning, fan. Lothars and friends enjoying the game. I'll be lurking. Thanks, Kira. And yes, I am. You lurk away, dear. Hopefully you'll come and join in more this afternoon. If we're attacked by that weird thing again, it won't end well for
ま
us.
たあんなのに襲われる可能性あるのか
I wonder how likely another attack would be anyways. Hard to
わから
tell.
ないなあアグモさっきの石の化け物って
Hey, Agumon, about that rock monster
あ
thing.
れお前の仲間なのか
Is that a friend of yours or what? First I've ever seen a thing like this. Is this the true nature of the kemonogami?
仲間冗談じゃない
No way! No way!
あんな突然襲いかかってくるようなやつ僕の仲間でも友達でもないぞ
I'd never be friends with someone who just bum rushes you like that.
いやダチとか連れとかそういう意味の仲間かって聞いたんじゃなくて
Oh, I didn't mean like a friend, just...
第一僕はあいつらみたいに子供を襲ったりなんてしない
First of all, I never attack kids the way they
い
do.
や同じようなタイプの生き物なのかって意味で聞いたんだけど
All I'm asking is how you guys are connected. That's all.
あいつら
Wait, they?
ひょっとしてあの岩みたいなやつ以外にも化け物はいるのか
Don't tell me there are others out there besides that rock thing.
いっぱいいるぞ
Yeah, yeah, tons and
でか
tons.
いやつ硬いやつ空を飛ぶやつ速いやつ毛むくじゃらなやつ他にもいっぱい
Big ones, tough ones, ones that fly, fast ones, fuzzy ones, you name it.
もちろんいいやつもいるし悪いやつもいるどっ
Of
ち
course,
でもないやつもいる
of course, there are good ones and bad ones out there
い
too.
っぱいかちょっと頭クラクラしてきた
Tons and tons, you say? Oh man, I feel a headache coming on. There's tons of things like that out there. This is my first time hearing about this, and definitely my first time seeing it. And there's a bunch of different types too. What's going on? Maybe something happened back at the shrine to the kemonogami. Like me accidentally broke some sort of seal on the place or something. That could have released some bizarre creatures into the world, right? That reminds me, Miyu was talking about some retribution thing back there, wasn't she? No way, I thought that kid just had a weird sense of humor. Still, it doesn't feel weird to be with this talking creature. It's almost as if I've known this little guy for a long, long time.
僕頭打ってどうかしてるのかな
Did the fall do something to my head?
どうしたタクマ
What's wrong, Takuma?
うんこれからどうしようかなって
Well, I was wondering what to do. This place shouldn't be that far from the shrine.
あの岩の化け物にまさか全員やられちゃったってわけでもないだろう
I doubt that the rock monsters went and beat up everyone in our group back
誰
there.
かまだこの近くに僕の仲間がいるかもしれない
One of my friends might still be around here.
化け物じゃないぞ岩みたいなやつならそいつの名はゴツモン
Monster isn't right. That rock guy, for example, he's got some on.
それぞれ固有の名前があるんだな
Ah, so all of you have names. Got it. Wait, I swear I've heard of a story like this before. Oh yeah, the professor mentioned a name back at the mural in the shrine. So those things really are the Komonogami after all. Kimonogami.
とにかく僕はこれから校舎に戻ろうと思ってる。
Now let's see. I think we should head back to the school for
その
now.
道すがらにはぐれた仲間を探したい。
I want to look for my friends along the
ア
way.
グモンも協力してくれるか？
Would you mind helping me out, Agumon?
おう、僕はタクマと一緒だ。
Yeah, I'm with you, Takuma.
わかった。よし。じゃあ
All right, let's go.
今のは悲鳴？
Yeah. What was that? Was that a scream I just heard?
人間の悲鳴だと思う。
Yeah, it
こっ
sounded
ちの
like
方
a
から
human.
聞こえた。
I heard it coming from the from over there.
あの声、多分ミノルの声じゃないか。神社の方だな。行ってみよう。
That voice, I swear, it sounded like Minoru. Oh, over by the shrine. Okay, let's go.
おう。
I reflectively started running when I heard Minoru cry out. At that point, I hadn't given much thought to the situation I found myself in. About the mysterious creatures, Agumon, or the place I'd wandered into. Who knew things would turn out like this? An adventure with our lives on the line. I couldn't have imagined it back then if I'd tried. Okay, let's see if he's got his partner. So many bright lights! Part 1. What he said.
なんだよあれ。なんで岩の化け物に追いかけられてんの俺。
Are you serious? Why is that rock monster chasing me?
ミノルくん、待って。私、もう息が。
Later, bro! Love you too! Wait, Miru! I can't breathe!
葵さん。
もう限界。走れない。
I can't even run away anymore!
そんなこと言っても、あいつらまだ追っかけてきてるかも。
That thing's not gonna let up!
追いつかれたらやばいんだよ。早く逃げなきゃ。
We're in trouble if it catches us. We have to run and
葵
fast!
さんも見たでしょ。あいつの突進食らったら怪我じゃ済まないって。
You saw what it could do, didn't you? We wouldn't get off easy if that thing catches us.
でも、私、もう動けない。
But I can't move.
どこかに隠れて助けを待った方が。
We should hide somewhere and wait for help.
隠れるったって。神社の方にはあの岩の化け物がいるし、他のとこなんて。
Hide where? The only place around here is that shrine, where the rock monster is.
ほこら、あそこなら隠れられるかも。
Oh, the small shrine. We could hide in
ほら、
there.
葵さん、早く行こう。
Come on, Aoi, move it. All right.
この音。
Oh no, that sound. Where's their partners? Come on.
あ、出た。
It's here. Ah.
くそ。やってやる。
Ah, damn it. Let's go. Bring it. Fight.
ミノルくん、何してるの？
Minoru, what are you doing?
俺がこいつを何とかするから。葵さんは逃げて。
I'll deal with this jerk somehow. You get going.
ダメよ、ミノルくん。危ないわ。
No, it's too dangerous.
相手が一匹ならなんとかなるかも。
Who knows? Maybe I can handle this guy on my own.
ヒーローになれ。
I'll be a hero.
ダメ、ミノルくん。
No, don't do it.
そこまでだ。
Stop there.
この子たちに近づかないで。
Stay away from those kids.
増えた。
Ah, there's more of them now.
この狼藉者め、これ以上は俺が許さん。
We shan't allow further wrongdoings from you to you
あな
lot.
たのことは私が守ってあげる。
I'll protect you for
お前
sure.
たち、もう大丈夫。
Fret not, for you two are now safe.
こんな数無理だ。
I can't even with all this. Aw.
ミノルくんどこ行くの？一人で行っちゃダメ。
Oh, where are you going, Minoru? Don't run off on your own.
Oh, come on. That's a slow burn. Let's go. He punked out, indeed. He just ran away from his partner.
いない。
No one's here.
どこなんだ、ミノル。
Where are you, Minoru? Right there.
今の声、間違いない、ミノルだ。
That voice is definitely
どこ
Minoru.
にいるんだ。
Where the heck is he?
来るなまた怪物だ
No, stay away. Why did it have to be that thing again?
また。おい、ミノル、大丈夫か。
Hey! Hey, Minoru! Answer me! Actually, he asked, are you okay?
タクマ、近くにゴツモンの気配があるぞ。
Takuma, I sense Gotsumon nearby.
さっきの岩のやつか。
The rock thing from before?
そこのずっと奥の方だ。
Way over there in that direction.
あの祠の方だな。よし、急ごう、アグモン。
That's near the shrine. Okay, let's hurry over there, Agumon.
待ってタクマ、ゴツモンの気配が今度はたくさんある。
Wait, Takuma. I sense a whole bunch of Gotsumon over there this time.
だって。それでもミノルを放ってはおけない。
But damn it!
行こう。
Even so, we can't leave Minoru to fend for himself. Let's go!
わかったタクマ、僕に任せて。
Got it, Takuma. Leave it to me.
こっち来るな
Shoo, back off, dang it!
おい、あれ、ミノルがゴツモンに襲われてる。
Look over there! Minoru's being attacked by Gotsumon.
どうするタクマ。
What should we do, Takuma?
Hack!
だよな。さすがタクマだ。
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Takuma.
ああ、友達のピンチをほっとけるものか。
Of course, I can't just leave my friend to fight those things
まず
alone.
石の塊みたいなやつだから真正面からぶつかっても危険だ。
It's too dangerous to tackle something that stony thing head on.
うまくタイミングを見て。うわ、まずい、もう一匹現れた。
Let's look for the right time. Ah, shoot, another one just showed up.
せい
Oh.
お前は
Oh,
大丈
you're...
夫かミノル
Are you okay, Minoru?
あいつミノルを助けたぞ。
That one saved him.
あれはファルコモン。知ってる。悪いやつじゃないぞ。
Oh, I know him. That's Falcomon. He's not like the bad
だ
ones.
から言っただろ俺は敵ではないと
Now, do you believe me? I told you I wasn't your foe.
疑って悪かったよ助けて
All right, all right. I'm sorry for doubting you. Just help me out, please.
承知ミノルが助けを望むなら全力で答えよう
Understood. If you want my help, then my help is what you shall have. I'm not gonna run away. Okay, let's go, multi-party.
なるほど。あいつはどうやら味方らしいな。
I see. That one definitely looks like it's on our side.
だからファルコモンは悪いやつじゃないって。
I told you. Falcomon's a good guy.
でもゴツモン相手じゃ相性が悪いかも。
Still, I don't think he's a match for Gotsumon.
Maybe.
タクマ、
Like being a chicken? Probably.
Can I join the fight, Takuma?
そうだな。ミノルを放っておけない。助けよう。
We can't just stand here and watch. Please go help him. Especially when there's two of them. Holy.
相手になろう
Yeah, yeah.
よし
Gosh.
俺が行こ
Okay, you want me to end my turn?
僕の番だね。
I know. Yeah, yeah. Pepper breath. Oh, he's gonna help. Support, encourage. Yeah. Affinity. Critical battle
俺が
kit.
手伝おう。
Nice! Nice! There's just one more ending left, but its attribute gives it an advantage, so this could be tough. Why don't get some support from Takuma or the others for this? They could help a lot. First, choose the command. Talk. This will bring up the list of enemies in the fight so you can choose who to talk to. You can also see which rally event will get each character providing a different effect. Sometimes you can talk to enemies, but it looks like this one isn't having it. Maybe next time. Now to cheer on Agumon, select Agumon from the list. Tell me if it gets tough out there, Agumon. You're worried? You're worried about me? Thanks, Takuma. I meant Agumon. Takuma's words of encouragement have powered up Agumon. Rally effects last for a set number of turns, but only one character can cheer per battle. Oh. Words of support from a trusted friend can make a huge difference, turning the tides of battle. Use them as just the right time and you'll be sure to take down even the mightiest foes. Now that Agumon is powered up, it's time to fight. Good, let's go.
Yosh! 俺が行こう。
Oh, wow, that sucks.
僕の番だね。
俺が手伝おう。
Oh, the freaking rock can be in the way. Wow, okay. Interesting, interesting.
Yosh! 俺が行こう。
I handicapped him. Nice.
僕の番だね。さあ！ギギギギ。勝った！嬉しい！
嬉しい! Nice band-aids.
タクマ、ありがとう、助かったよ。
Oh man, you really saved me my bacon, Takuma.
こいつとばったり出会って、驚いて逃げたところに、さっきの岩みたいなのが襲いかかってきてさ。
This guy just showed up, so I freaked out and booked it. Then that mini golem showed up.
ゴツモンが狙ってて危険だと教えようとしたのに、ミノルは俺から逃げるし。
I tried to warn you about the Gotsumon, but you ran from me instead.
いや、悪い悪い。
Come on, man. I already said it was my bad.
すごいもんだな、ミノルのやつ。この生き物ともう打ち解けてる。
Wow, Minoru's already getting along so well with him.
タクマだって僕とすぐ仲良くなれたじゃん。
We became buds in no time too, right, Takuma?
すぐってわけじゃなかったよ。
I wouldn't call it no time.
っておい、タクマ、なんだそいつ。
Okay, real talk, Takuma. What the heck are these things?
それを聞きたいのは僕の方もだって。だが、どうやら敵じゃない。
That's what I want to know. They're on our side, though. That's for sure.
敵じゃないぞ。
Yeah, on your side.
さっきも見ただろ。僕たちを守ってくれたんだ。
You saw it for yourself, didn't you? How they protected us?
確かに。
Well, yeah, I sure did.
何度もそう言ってるのだがな。
I believe I spoke to this several times already.
とにかく今はこんな見知らぬ森の中で変な生き物に襲われてる状況なんだ。
All I know is that we're being attacked by the strange creatures in this weird forest.
仲間が増えたのは心強いよ。この調子で葵さんたちや他の仲間も探してみよう。
Heck, I'm just relieved to find someone else. Come on, let's go look for Aoi and the others.
どうしたんだ、ミノル。
Something wrong, Minoru?
いや、その。
Well, it's just.
ごめん、俺、葵さんとは一緒にいたんだけど。
I was with Aoi before.
さっきはその。 ファルコモンに驚いて
But then Velcomon spoke to me and I just...
慌てて一目散に逃げ出しちゃって葵さんを
took off at full speed and left Aoi behind.
おい、葵さんを置いてったのか?
What? You left her behind? Yeah. Yeah, you
無
got
我
it,
夢中だっ
pathetic.
たんだごめん
I just freaked out, man. I'm sorry.
まずいな。どっちの方向かわかるか? ゴツモン以外にも化け物はいるんだろ?
This is bad. Which way is she? There must be other monsters out there besides
多
Gotsumon.
くはないがいくつかいるのは感じるな
Not many, but I sense a number of them.
すぐに葵さんを探さなくちゃ。
We have to look for her
辺り
now.
にはいなさそうだし、別の場所に行ってみよう。
She isn't around here. We should go look somewhere else. Yeah. Let's go.
たくまくん
Okay, come on. I'd like to stop for lunch now, please.
今の声は
Oh, that voice. It's coming closer from the direction of the shrine. Could it be? There she is.
よかったミノルくんいた
Yeah.
たくまくんも
My streams are supposed to like have breaks so I don't like get tired and fatigued. I'm old. Oh, thank goodness. There you are. Minoru and Takuma too.
葵さん
Oh, okay. Oi. Ali's you. I'll do it after the
葵さんも
story
無事だっ
here.
たんだね。よ
It's
か
good
った
to see you're safe.
どうやら探し人は見つかったようだな
It would seem we found who we were looking for.
よかったよかったもうミノルくんどこに行ってたのよ勝手に行ったら心配するでしょ
Oh, where did you run off to, Minoru? I was worried sick about you.
悪い悪いほんとごめん
About that, I'm really sorry.
今度はみっともない姿は見せないからヒーローみたいにさっそうと駆けつけて解決するから
I won't look so lame in front of you again. I'll run all heroic and save the day.
またそうやってふざけてもう心配させないでちょうだい
Alright, back to the hero talk. Just don't give me a reason to worry again, okay? Minoru is relieved to see Aoi safe and sound. He's back to his wisecracking self. To be honest, I'm happy that Aoi seems more annoyed than angry.
ごめんで済むわけないでしょ女の子を置き去りにして逃げるなんて
Sorry isn't going to cut it. How dare you run off and leave a lady behind like that?
絶対許さないんだから
Don't think you'll get off that easy.
なんだこの生き物
What's with the furry little squirrel?
新手か
Another one then.
でもそんな
Wait,
雰囲
this
気
one seems...
待て二人とも落ち着け
Now hold steady, you two.
この子なら大丈夫怖くないから
Oh, don't worry. This one's nothing to fear.
いや今俺お尻噛まれそうだったんだけど
You sure? It looks just about ready to take a chunk out of my butt.
そんな汚いお尻なんて噛みませんよ
Who'd bite a stinky rear end like that?
さっき怪物に襲われそうになった時にこのワンちゃんが守ってくれたの
This sweet little puppy saved me when one of those things was getting ready to
葵
pounce.
は私が守りますからね
Yeah, I'm gonna protect Aoi.
ワンちゃんって間違いなく化け物だよな、そもそも犬が喋るわけねえし
That thing's more of a monster than a mutt. You ever see talking dog?
葵さんなんでそれを疑問に思ってないんだ
Seems like something you should at least be a little curious about, Aoi.
安心してラブラモンもいいやつだよ僕前から知ってる
Don't worry. Labbermon's a good girl. I've known her forever. Okay, let's see here. Okay, we'll hold the story there and we'll continue when we get back. Alright guys, we will be back in 55 minutes. So if you need to go and have something to eat, relax for a little bit, we'll be back at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time to continue the marathon. Hope you guys have a good break and we will see you then. Later and happy gaming.